Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently involved in the Ptolemaics war here, and we would really like to not be. We will see if we can manage to get our people up there eventually, but it's a long ways away. Hopefully the Ptolemaics just kind of end it soon. Apparently we have a risk of rebellion here. That's not surprising. I do want to go through these cities and spend some money, so that will definitely be a good thing. This is currently being developed as a slave city. Okay, we can definitely work with that. So we'll get ourselves a couple of slave traders as well as a mill here. Looks great. So I'd really like to get out of this Ptolemaic war soon enough. These guys are headed up here. I don't think they can win that, can they? Probably not. These guys are running. Maybe they do win it, actually. What's that morale differential looking like? So we can see 102 discipline versus 109 discipline from the Ptolemaics. The Ptolemaics also got a better roll here. What's the leadership like? 15 versus 9? Okay. And this is definitely a more balanced army. But that Ptolemaic roll there was good. This one is less good, for sure. I think this is just that discipline differential. But they are struggling a bit there. No doubt about that. Freeing up this force would be very convenient for them. Yeah, the Ptolemaics lost that, ultimately. So that's, of course, not great for the Ptolemaics. All of these guys are going to run in and attack this and prevent them from sieging it, I think. They're actually moving past. Okay. They're coming back up over here and sieging this again. Well, that seems fine. We got a breakthrough, so that gives us an innovation. That's really, really good. So we need to go over into oratory here. We need to grab diplomatic immunity here, which will allow us to more quickly annex Yemnat, which is going to be done quite soon at this point. Then we can grab both of these, military patronage, and then we have these. So that would be absolutely excellent. I really want to get out of this war, though. So hopefully the Ptolemaics finish this siege. This kick would be amazing, but they didn't. Okay. We've got forces heading up over here. Keep in mind, we have no Mediterranean navy, so we can't actually easily get up here. So that is understood. Who all is involved in this? There's a lot. Okay. These guys are headed back up here. This is a bad call. They should not really be standing here. They are in significant danger of getting taken out by these guys, but maybe that's the bait. They want to stop them from doing this siege, but really, the goal there, they're wildly ahead on this siege. They should just finish this siege, group these together, and then go take care of these, and then come down here. That would be the way I would do it. Okay, so this siege finished. Now what are they doing? They're going to siege here. Okay. What is the Ptolemaics' war status currently? 26? Okay. So we have arrived here. We can definitely head northward up this way. We have access through Armenia, right? No, we do not. Would Armenia give us access? They have 28 reasons not to. Okay. We are working on improving relations, and eventually that'll happen. I'm going to move these guys up to, like, here, although the supply limit is not great, so that is absolutely understood. We're going to move these forces northward for now, and again, I do want to be putting in a lot of our gold resources into developing these cities. So that would mean that we want to grab a forum here, something like that. And we want 2 additional forums eventually. Or I guess fora would be the way to go. Yeah. So we see that these Ptolemaics have landed down over here. They're going to start up a siege here. Okay. The Ptolemaics could think about running an attack here at this time. And I think they should. It's risky, for sure. We know that they're going to have a bit of a hard time. But if they roll okay, they can prevent this siege from happening. And I think this is a good call. It's a risky call. They're doing okay for now. Yeah, these rolls are doing okay. for sure. So they can win this. This battle down here is fine for them. They're not concerned about that at all. And they managed to defend this and scatter this force. That's a very big deal for them. So that seems very, very good. They've also started up a siege here. So I think that they're finally starting to take this a little seriously. I want these guys to be a little bit more spread out. And Armenia is 26 reasons away from giving us access. Okay. We should maybe consider building a navy up over on this side. That's going to be a little difficult, but let's get a Liburnian building here. Just the one for right now. So that's fine for now. We need to put somebody in here. Scorned family sounds good. So that is excellent. Now, Yamnat is going to be finished soon. 1 July of next year. That sounds good. We're only at 4.33 aggressive expansion at this time. We just had a bountiful harvest. I'm going to take the money, and we don't have anything else that we can build in this city, but we absolutely do have things that we can build in this city. This is a research city, and we can bulk up our number of libraries here. So that sounds good. We're still at minus 50% research because dominant culture is not integrated culture, and that's understood. 0.17. I don't really want to come off of harsh treatment just yet, so we're not going to do that. Now, this is a city here. It produces honey. This is another potential slave/freeman city. We already have a conscription camp here. We could leave that. It's not the best thing in the world, but we could put in some forums, something like that, and then save up a little bit of money and get a foundry going here. We'll have that on this next month tick. So we'll get a foundry queued, which that also improves the freeman output. So that is definitely good. I feel like that is how that's designed to go. So basically, we just have the 2 city types that we're alternating between, which feels kind of weird, but it also feels pretty optimal. So there's that. And this is opium here. So we would definitely get rid of this fortress and start to build forums here as well. We just want to go through and build buildings and have our gold spent. That is the overall goal. So that's fine for now. These guys are just chilling up here, and we would love to be able to get through Armenia. But they have 25 reasons to not accept this. The Ptolemaics have finally shown up over here, though. So it looks like they're going to have that under control soon enough. I'm assuming they have ticking war score issues, but yeah, they're at plus 24 now. So they should be wrapping that up eventually. There's a lot of sieging happening here. Okay, it just ended. Beautiful. So that is huge. Call for peace, yeah. We're going to disband all of our levies. We do not want to have our levies raised. We never did. And they are headed home. So now let's check in on our technology. 158. That's something anyway. And we could put in a new officer here. Okay, so we only have the 1 scorned family. That would be this guy. Aggressive expansion change. I'm actually okay with that. So we're going to do that now. The Ptolemaics are planning to break our alliance. Why are you doing that, bud? I'm going to improve opinion with them. We don't really want to break our alliance with the Ptolemaics. We could maybe fight them, but we would prefer not to at this time. Okay, so there's a war of independence down over here. Now, I'm not too concerned about that. We are going to raise up our upper and lower Nubia levies, and we're going to send them in over to here. And then these guys, they're just going to come up to there. Okay. So hopefully the Ptolemaics don't do too much. Actually, we can just chill here and start up a siege. Apparently additional locations decided to do that. That's okay. So I do want to put in this guy for now. That looks fine. And I want to build to Navy. So where's the build to Navy button? Here it is. Okay, I want to queue up a bunch of Liburnians here. Well, this is not ideal. Okay, well, actually, it's kind of fine. So we'll put this at, like, 25 or 26, something like that. But most of these are being built in this one place. But I guess it's okay. We'll just... we're not too concerned about getting this done quickly. So let's just get all of these done. Let's wait for a month tick here. So this is 34 Liburnians in total. 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. Okay, that seems good. And we're just waiting for another month tick here to get the last few done. Not sure why it's queuing them all up here, but I don't actually care all that much. Okay. We removed a miser. That is understood. Let's get this done here. I'm going to call that enough Liburnians for right now. Okay, so we need a new governor down over here. Scorned family? Sounds good. Is this the guy that we just fired? No, I don't think so. Okay, so we can afford a military tradition. I want to head in here. Now we have all of this done. So we can grab planes combat bonus or cavalry cost reduction. Camel morale and offense and defense would be pretty good. There's also these maritime traditions. So discipline plus 2% is not bad. I'm going to take that. Okay, so this siege is underway. We see this force on their way in. Okay. This force is capable of defeating this force. So that is certainly noted. I'm wondering about maybe hiring in some mercenaries. They're definitely coming in over here, right? 100% that's what's happening. So I want to come into our economy. I'm going to sack our stability here, which is not necessarily great. And then I'm going to hire these mercenaries. They are going to go into unit reorg. And then they're going to start marching down this direction. Now, I'm going to keep an eye on where these are going. We can't call in the Ptolemaics here, can we? We can, but they wouldn't accept because they're planning our demise. Now, it's very rude of them, of course. So, the question is, how would things go if we were to fight the Ptolemaics? Well, they definitely have a pop advantage on us. I'm wondering... These are all levies, right? So they don't have professional militaries. Well, they do have one up here. Okay, so they do have one legion. That's noted. So if we were to do something similar, we would need to change a law here. So we would need to go into here, and we'd need to go to... That's an unrestricted number of regions. We'd need to go to Royal Guard, which I think we absolutely should do. I'm doing it right now. That's going to cost us stability, and the stability is painful, for sure. But that is, I think, absolutely necessary. At this point, with the Ptolemaics planning our demise, I think we got to do it. So then we need to figure out what exactly we want in terms of our composition, right? So if we look at what their army composition is, they've got spearmen, they've got horse archers. Here they've got a little bit of horse archers, a little bit of light cavalry, and more spearmen. So that's a lot of spearmen and a lot of cavalry. That's basically what they're running. So that is absolutely understood. We do need to bring up our stability. So to that end, I want to perform a divine sacrifice. And then I want to go into our legion tab here. We want to found a legion in Canaan. And as far as the composition of this goes, they are running spearmen. And that's understood. For now, I'm going to have this just be a single cohort of heavy infantry. A new era has begun. Indeed. So that is fine. I want these guys to be drilling. There we go. We're going to get them drilling, and we're going to need to expand this legion quite a lot. So that is absolutely understood. We're going to need to build to this legion, and the question is, how do we want that to go? It can go up to 58 in size. So we know that they have some cavalry, particularly archer cavalry. Now, we don't actually have the access to archer cavalry right now. They have some light cavalry. That's all well and good. We can see here that heavy infantry, they're minus 20% versus horse archers, but they're plus 10% versus spearmen. So the heavy infantry counter their spearmen reasonably well. We are probably going to want to use camels here. We don't have access to camels in our professional army, apparently. We have light cavalry, we have heavy cavalry. That's noted. We have access to chariots, we have access to archers. I do want to put in some archers here, so we'll bring in a unit of archers. And we can see that the archers are also good against spearmen. There's no countering there to their archer cavalry, and they're bad against light cavalry. That's absolutely understood. So that's fine, and damage versus horse skirmishers minus 20%, yeah. That is fully expected. So there's these horse skirmishers here, which I think are very similar to their horse archers. I'm not actually going to add these, and that is fine for now. I would like to have camels in here. And I'm wondering if that is something that we need in these traditions. Because I would like to have camels instead of cavalry. But apparently we don't have access to those, which is very strange to me. Maybe we just don't have a proper source of camels. We can check into our... Let's see, I believe it's under economy map modes or trade goods map mode. Okay, so we can do something like this, and we can see, do we have camels? We see horses up over this way, but it would be... Yeah, there's camels down here. So perhaps we don't have camel surplus in the capital. Yeah, we don't have that for sure. So we could think about increasing our... What is our current slaves needed for local surplus? Every 15 slave pops. We have 5 right now. So that is absolutely noted. If we wanted to boost up our number of camels here, what would that look like? So this would be slave output, population growth. That's not really what I'm looking for here. So we would need to have like a... Well, ideally it would be like an enclosure, right? But I don't think that's a possibility for camels. I mean, that's mine, that's blacksmith. The enclosure here requires livestock. Yeah. So, we see that there's like camels up over here as well. I'm wondering about population in all of these areas. It's all like 9 in terms of pop. Okay. This one's 11 with 7 slaves. So, I mean, there's that. It's got a port right now. And we do have camels, but I think that we don't have any in our capital. And that might be what's actually going on here. So let's go to our capital for the moment here. This is political map mode here. I wanted this map mode. Okay, there we go. So let's think about an import. So we can get rid of some of this food. We're importing too much food. So we can cancel this route. And what would happen if we brought in camels here? So this would come from Parthia. Done. So the camels are on their way in now. And the question is, can we actually make camels now? Yes, we can make camel cavalry. Okay, so we'll confirm that for now. And that we can take a look at. So we can see damage versus horse archers plus 10%, damage versus light cavalry plus 25%, and versus heavy cavalry plus 15%. The camels counter cavalry. They're not great against elephants or spearmen, but they're good against pretty much everything else. So that is excellent. We want to have some camels out on the flanks. So I'm going to go for 4 units of camels in total. Something like this. Then we're going to need to have our core here. I'm also going to grab 2 units of engineers and 2 units of supply train for right now. So that puts us at 10 out of 50 units. So now we need to have our front and back lines, right? So I want to go for how much can we afford here? So that would be 96 gold. We can't quite afford that, but we can afford this. So that's what we're going to do for now. So that puts us up to a 13,000 army. That is good. Our leader here is not so good, that's for sure. I'd like to swap him out for our better leader, which is this guy. He's only skill 5, but it'll do for now. We can add another commander, and this guy would be skill 8. So let's actually swap them out for the skill 8 guy. So that looks good. Now we need to take forward and get some gold, because we need to keep expanding this army, and we need to do it a lot. So we need to come in here and grab some additional units. So we could grab Axemen. We're not going to. This is what we're going to have for the time being. And as far as this composition goes, we've got the camels on the flanks, archers in the primary cohort, and this is going to be heavy infantry in the secondary cohort. Now, these supply trains give us some food storage, and supply limit here is 60. Our weight is currently 59. No, our weight is 29. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So we're going to continue to recruit up here. We're probably going to have to split this into 2 armies eventually, but for right now, this seems good. So that's 24 gold. Okay, that's all we can do for now. We'll bring this up to 10. So it's a combat width of 12 right now. Excellent. So this is, of course, going to significantly boost up our ability to fight Egypt. No doubt about that. I'm going to boost this again. So that's 24, and we're just going to have to confirm that. You can see this is quite expensive, which isn't shocking. But as long as the Ptolemaics are plotting our demise, we definitely need to work on this. So you can see here, they're at minus 952. I kind of forgot about this down here, to be honest. I'm going to take these guys off of unit reorg. And yeah, we're arriving up over here. We see the Ptolemaics are right up over here, but they're not actually in this. I'm not sure where their army went. Oh, they're coming in over here. Okay, now they've decided not to. Okay, now they've decided to. We're likely to win this. So that seems good. We can take a perk here, and let's grab national population growth. That seems good. This morale is rough, no doubt about it. They don't have a leader, though. So this is absolutely fine. Excellent. So we're going to continue our siege here. And these guys apparently lost a battle over here. Okay, I didn't know there were any troops over here, but that's good to know. Okay, the Ptolemaics broke their alliance with us, so we're truced for now. That is absolutely understood. So I want to hop in here for the time being. We're going to continue to recruit, and this is going to be 24, and then that's going to be 48 gold. Sounds good. So that brings us up to a 17k army. This is still not quite up to scratch. We're going to need to get a lot more money. We're going to get this siege done in the eventual times. We're retreating back to Durai. I guess that's okay for now. Okay. So this is all relatively fine for the moment. I'm going to turn down our fort maintenance so that we're making a little bit more gold, because I want to get this army recruited up. We are absolutely going to want to split the army in half eventually, but it's going to take some time before we're ready to do it. So we're going to definitely regain some stability here. That is a very good thing to do. And we lost 5 stability. Okay, that was instant. The game was just like, no, you can't have stability. Okay, whatever. Thanks, game. So we're just going to recruit these guys up. That's now 19,000 here. We can get another 20 units of recruitment here. We might want to consider expanding our camel cavalry a bit. We know that the Ptolemaics have pretty heavy amounts of cavalry. So we might want to consider bringing this up to like 8 units of cavalry ourselves. Villa Estate or Town Commons? Where is this? Okay, so that's going to be here. Gotcha. So this produces hemp. So we could either go for a villa, or we could go for a Town Commons. So a villa is this. A Town Commons is this. Honestly, I think we're going to go for the Commons. Sure, that seems fine for now. Okay, how's this siege going? Nearly complete. Excellent. How's our retreat going? Also nearly complete. Let's turn around and head back up over here. We need to assign a new title, and that's going to be this guy, since there's no Scorn family. Excellent. So we are building up our navy over here. It's going to take some time. Apparently we can't group them together. Interesting. Because the leader is disloyal. Really? Okay. He won't let us give him more power. That's insane. Well, whatever. We're going to put this guy in charge here. And we're still at 42% on this siege. I'm going to send our mercs down to here. That'll be fine. And I want to continue to recruit into our military. So, to that end, we're going to bring in, I think, those 4 units of camel that I talked about. So, 8 total units of camel. That sounds good for now. Oh, and we can actually expand this a little further. We can get a unit of heavy infantry and archers. We have the gold for that. Cool. So that brings us up to 44 out of 58. Excellent. This is now 1. Let's send the mercs to here. While these guys go... Actually, let's send them up this way. Where is the capital of this? I'm not sure. We'll find out eventually. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. I thought that might be the case. So that sounds good. I want these guys up over here, but we're probably going to wait until the mercs are a little closer. We apparently lost a battle here. I don't know against whom. So that is definitely going to be interesting. Let's take that back, and let's come grab this. Perfect. And yeah, we're waiting until the mercs get to about Sufar before we head in here. Okay, let's go. So that'll be fine. We do see that they have relatively sizable forces here. They're going to be fighting us here. I'm okay with that, actually. So we're going to look to retreat up over this way. I don't know if we managed to. Actually, we were stack wiped. It doesn't matter that much. Why is this showing these guys as being over here? That's weird. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we're no longer importing a bunch of stuff. Sure. Okay, now this is updated correctly. Cool. So that looks good. There's apparently capping happening over here. But it's actually over here. So I don't know what's going on with that. We're going to move down this way. Things got a little weird when these stack wiped, but it's okay. So it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to finish getting our professional army ready to go here. And that will be phenomenal. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.